I have not been informed of anything. Wait, let's see what the pistols can do. JYO gonna be trying to get something done. Does manage to pick up a first. The quick push onto the site should make things impossible. SDR can do a little bit of damage with that SMG, make some money, and that is what they're doing. The run onto the site will at least drop the bomb. Darkside now can look to try and defend it. Actually does a lot of damage, even finds a second kill, but it won't matter. Fluffy Gangsters take themselves the second round, and now, well, not really much going to be invested in this one at all. Well, with Espada having a couple of standards, you'd probably go for Fluffy Gangsters in this scenario. But the one thing I will say is, if you are going to have a stand-in, Cash is probably the map that you want one on. Fairly simplistic map. I'd say that, at least to a basic level, every player should know how to play every single spot. Did Fix ever officially sign for Flipside? I'll be honest, I haven't seen a lot from Flipside in so long that they just disappear off the face of the earth. Not much invested in this round by either team. Be interested to see what Fluffy Gangsters actually do in the next round. He was trialing, so standing in. Yeah, I feel like the Flipside are going to be doing that a lot. I've already said earlier today, what I would like to see from Flipside, pick up Ramzik, pick up Fitch, bring those two back together. They were incredible when they played in Tengri. Keep Markolov, keep Blade for just the experience level. And then just bring in like a young rifler. Just bring in someone who's going to be able to do some damage. Not going to be able to connect the initial shot. Well, that's the thing. If you have World Edit in a team and he's not your AWP, I don't really see the point. Oh, that's unlucky. The boost was perfect. I'm not sure about Waylander. That's one I always put a question mark over. Push up short. Doesn't work out for the T side. They've been completely shut down in this round, but the remaining players are going to look to try and go towards that B site. They'll only travel here. There's a chance to actually open things up. We'll just be sat alone on the site. Linkle manages one. They've one still here with the AWP, but they don't clear him off the back of the site. And a quick couple of kills for Treble will end the round. Espada get there first. T-side actually don't have that much money. They lost a fair few players over the last few rounds, so haven't built up much cash. Didn't manage to farm anything up, of course, as well, because the CT side kept 3 players alive. So they're actually in a bit of a predicament here. Their buy's not going to be particularly good. See if they can break back, though. CT side haven't built up much money themselves. They do manage to steal this round away. Could be seeing a straight reset for them. Pop flash out, but he's caught in the meantime. Treble on the site will have an awful lot of work left to do. Needs to try and clear out multiple players. The smoke actually buys him a little bit of time. Romy will come in as well. CT side looking to shut this down as Treble drops the bomb. And then Colt will get one. That spray from STR is atrocious. He's not going to want to remember that. Now Lincoln's left in a 1 versus 3. Left completely blind. Darkside will be there. And we're going to see, is that a tactical pause out? Is it a technical? Guessing it was a tactical pause. Nobody said anything, so we can only assume. Fluffy Gangsters not going to be able to invest too much into this one. Oh. See if they can do any damage. Make things costly for the CT side. They brought an SMG in to try and make some cash. Other than that, fairly basic in terms of their buy. Fairly common. Luke will take a little bit of damage. The push going to come in towards the middle. Romy actually gets overwhelmed in the end. And, well, luckily for Luke, he hasn't been caught as of yet. That could have been an AWP into their hands. Actually will go down, but it won't matter. Will be retrieved. And can the MP9 upgrade to a weapon? No, it can't. So that will have to be either bought up or just kept. T-side get themselves another buy, but with 3 rounds in a row, the CTs have now built up enough money that if they did lose this round, they'll be able to buy into the next one anyway. Side actually going to go for boost. Just to see that many players around there, though. Is it going to be a double boost? Now, this is not something I think I've ever seen before. One player close, one player further back. Nice shot from Z1. This is all just an elaborate ruse. Will they spot the second player? The question is, how much can Darkside realistically do? There's no way they're going to expect this. Spots the first and second. He needs to try and deny that plant. His teammate will be able to find the second as well, and it works. That is really interesting. I like that. Have yourself 2 players up on the boost. Romy will pick up his second kill of the round, and now it's all left on to Fix. Can he fix it? I'm not sure he can. $50 seconds left on the clock. Actually, he'll be taken down. I really like that. Like, it worked so poorly at the beginning, but it was just all to try and bait that in to that second player. That's brilliant. Espada, I like it. I like it. And the teaser now just going to have to, again, force a little bit into this one. Can't really afford to do too much. Be a start for Luke. Obviously, as said, it's only pistols in this round. But he will be at least boosting his confidence a little bit. Only had 1 kill so far. Him getting going definitely could. Things a bit more interesting already. Picks up his 3rd. Romy will deny any chance for an ace, at least. But it will be a flawless round for the CT side. Important than that, we can see their economy building quite high, and while Fluffy Gangsters, they're going to want to break back soon. They don't want this money to continue to build. But this is definitely the best buy that they've had so far. Was it a 2v5? Jesus. No, I suppose it would have been. The first few kills did go their way. Either way, though. Aggression coming out. Darkside actually going to go in. The flashbang is absolutely perfect, but he'll only get one. Still going to be other players around this smoke, but the T's have already faded back. Definitely looking like Espada are playing with confidence. And if they are the sort of two stand-ins, just being given a bit more free rope to go aggressive. I like it. Just try and catch your opponents off guard, because a lot of your setups are going to be weaker. Still trying to fight for that A main control. Me actually going to go up close. Playing a bit more of a bait position. They peek in. It will just be a quick trade. Leaving only one man over towards this A side of the map. Ravel up high. He may have just been spotted by Linker as well. I think he has. However, it won't matter. He still wins the duel. Manages to drop down. Can't find anything more. But in the meantime, JYO has crossed to the site. Another kill goes his way and leaves it all on to Z1. Pushing through the smoke. Luke actually missing what seemed like a sitter. Giving a chance to the T side, but not enough of one. JYO finishes things off. It will be 6-3 in the T's. Well, they can still buy again if they really want to. Z1 may save a little bit of extra money just to buy an ult. Nope, never mind. Actually going to drop head armor instead because he can't afford a proper buy. Struggling now. 6 rounds in a row for Espada. Push will come quickly in towards middle, though. Darkside clearly aware that this spot is open and allows for Romy a little bit more of a cross. Fix will be pushing in. Looking for that opener and finds it as well. Now Darkside is left in quite a bit of trouble. Just going to try and dance around in the smoke, but I think he's about to get overwhelmed. And while the remaining CT players, you have to wonder whether this is worth even fighting for. 3v5, A-site, bomb down. Do have some spare money. They could realistically go for it, but it's whether or not they just want to throw these guns away. Fix going further aggressive, and he's just tearing heads off in this round. A flawless one from the T's comes out of absolutely nowhere. And that will definitely help them bolster their economy quite a bit. Of course, the CT side have plenty of money. It is just going to be an all-out brawl in middle. 3 players here, and JYO has just stepped up massive already. Darkside, he's not content with just the 2. Look at this, he's going all the way around the back. This is just mean. He finds the first and the second as well. What is that round from Espada? They just come exploding back into the server. As said, the T's having those 5 players alive. We'll be able to buy back in once again. It's looking like Espada are just playing out of their minds. Question is, can they now break the economy of the T's? Really give themselves a chance to have that dominant half. Travel finds one, quickly able to just fade back. T's will be continuing to push onto that position, but going to find anything just yet, and the flashbang will hold them just a little bit further. Already a rotation of a third player is seen over towards this B side of the map. This is just clean up at the moment. The T's, you have to remember, had a bye in this round. They've just been hard peaked. Z1 will look to try and save them at least some dignity. Surely there's nothing he can do in this round. Nade will go in through the vents. Not going to do any damage. Z1. What's another? Actually, that's his third kill now. Still left alone, but he's already found 3 kills from this position. Bomb can be retrieved if he just manages to fade away. However, the footsteps should be heard. Obviously not by us, because for some reason the server doesn't like the footsteps. Luke will be rotating in. Actually retrieves his AWP, and they've read this wrong. They've started to fade away. Gonna be waiting, and Luke's rotating all the way back towards that A side of the map. He has got this completely wrong, meaning that there is now a chance for not only the bomb to go down, but also a slim chance at a clutch. Seconds left, but Romy actually comes peeking in just at the last moment to ruin the dreams. Pause will be called. A tactical one from Fluffy Gangsters. The only problem I have with that is that, well, I think it depends on the team. Like, they can't buy in this round, so the tactical pause seems somewhat void. As I guess you can look at it 2 ways. One, you kind of want it just before the round, so it's all fresh in everybody's mind. But at the same time, they now have an extra bit of time to just talk over it during the round. Like, okay, I noticed this player doing this. I think maybe we should try this. Like, there's that sort of segment, but for me at least, I think tactical pause should be used to just talk what you're about to do in the round where you buy. So, either way, we'll see what they can do in this one. It's only going to be minimal pistols. Maybe they were talking about how much to invest, whether they wanted any flashes or smokes. By the looks of things, they're just going to try and overwhelm A-site defense. And actually, interestingly, there isn't any. There's now a chance for them to get a bomb plant for almost free. Bomb will make it towards the site. Blinker just going to try, and he's not going to succeed. 9-4, another flawless round from the CT side, building up that bank once again. The T's will have a buy, but it'll be fairly bare bones. A few players able to afford utility, but not anything too crazy, that's for sure. Here we go. 9-4. Still the chance to get 6 rounds over on that T side, but I think with the start the Fluffy Gangsters have, they're not going to be very happy with the fact they've only managed 1 round on the T side. He's playing much more passive this time. They've got A-Made control. Who's going to be coming in from the CT side? In fact, there's 2 players up there. I'm liking just the sort of dynamic strategies that are being pulled in. However, STR is spotted. Will he expect the second player, however? Doesn't seem likely that he will. Bomb actually going to be rotating towards that A side of the map, and it gets dropped. Big problem now, as they've already started their push on towards the site itself, but they don't have the bomb. Spray through the door will do some damage. Actually, Walter will go down. He's the closer player. He's caught by Travell, who gets the second as well. And now there's still that fight in play for the bomb, but Romy is just being cruel, sitting above, knowing that his opponent will have to peek out into the angle, and in fact tries to do the Batman. Jump down onto his head, swoop in from above, but Z1 is clearly a bit of a joker as he catches him before he can do anything else. 30 seconds left on the clock. 2,900 will go into the bank accounts next round, so really this AK-47 is actually more valuable. But at the same time, a bomb plant would be the most valuable thing that could be pulled in at the moment. It's not going to happen. Z1 opting for that save, trying to survive in the corner. And maybe easier said than done.
Counter-terrorists win.
The last-ditch effort from the T's to salvage only a second buy-around. What has been an Espada showdown. 10 rounds from them after losing the pistol is already impressive, and they're going to be going for their 11th with only pistols coming up against them. Quick push out, Fix with a wonderful shot. He has been a glimmer of hope in otherwise fairly dark T-side. One flawless round that they have was based off of him stepping up. Romy going ham at the moment. Currently 17-7, having a great performance, and leaves only 3 players remaining. Make that only 2. He's looking to try and finish this all on his own. In fact, that's exactly what he's doing. Hasn't even taken much damage. 78 HP. Will eventually be sent down to 0 as Z1 is able to close him down. However, he pushes straight into the clutches of Travell, and an 11-4 half after losing the pistol. Very impressive stuff from Espada. They now go on to that T side, and if they win the pistol, I fear that this game may be over before it really begins. Here we go, though. As said, a crucial pistol round. Unneeded for the Fluffy Gangsters. They're going to go aggressive towards A main. Pete will come in, but it's the boost taken, and the T's are going to look to try and split on towards this A site. Bomb currently in middle. I'm not a massive fan of that. I suppose with them already having mid under control, but it doesn't last long. Peek out. Quick couple of trades. Actually, they're going to go splitting back towards the B site. Currently, nobody actually on the site itself. Z1 looking from above. Bomb already crossing towards the site, and Z1 can't really do too much about it. Not able to connect the shots either, as Romy will now take his head clean off. Leaving it into 3v4. This time, they're the ones having to try and retake it. JYO already knows there's a man in middle. Doesn't look to take the fight. Wants to keep the man advantage instead. He's going to be coming back in from STR. Does manage to nail one. Leave it much closer. Actually, a few kills coming, and now Luke is the only one left. Picks up one, but there's nothing he can do. Somehow, Fluffy Gangsters win themselves a second pistol. A 3v4. That should never have happened in Espada. They may have just lost the chance to close out the game fairly easily. Yeah, Fluffy Gangsters. One of my favorite team names. Not playing too well at the moment, though. Always gives me a good laugh to see that. Funny thing is, they've been around for ages as well. CT side with a much better buy. And actually, Espada are only going to go for a minimal investment. Of course, they get the bomb down in the last round. That means AKs are coming in the next. They should have won the last round, though, really, so going to be kicking themselves a little bit there. Still looking for that chance to do a little bit of extra damage. drop some of these rifles already. Darkside will manage to pick up one. Yeah, they bought the rifles because in the next round there'll be rifles coming back against them anyway. No real need for SMGs. JYO. Can he at least drop another? That's nice. Spots the second as well. Even just damage here is so valuable. All of the rebuys that are going to be had brings them ever closer to that reset. 35 seconds left. Ooh, that's a nice shot. The fadeaway. He will die, but 3 kills already on the board. That's not a bad round at all. They actually lose one of the M4s as well. And this is now the chance for a strong reset. Barely any money will remain. They lose this round. Already. Nice start for Zebra. Quick trade back. A wonderful shot with the USP. And actually the CT side gonna come out on top from this initial engagement. Considering how much they had to invest into this one, this isn't bad at all. Water tries to line up too. In fact, gets absolutely nothing done. Through the smoke, running in will be JYO, but it's left all onto Luke. 1 versus 2. He snuck past, spots out Fix, doesn't hit the initial shots. Worried about the player coming in from behind. Naturally, in fact, he'll get shot from his initial target. 11-7, Fluffy Gangsters do keep this comeback going as they win themselves a 3rd round. I don't know. I think Liquid have more of a chance of beating FaZe than Fnatic. I don't know. I haven't seen much of the tournament. Busy. FaZe. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's what I always... If you beat someone in an earlier in the tournament... Hello. Okay, they're doing far more damage with these pistols than they should be. Already a bomb plant going to be going down. I'm knocking everything off my table all at once. This is a very successful round, indeed. Now, they know where both remaining players are. This should be very easy cleanup. Luke. Take down another. Doing lots of damage with these pistols. But yeah, if you beat, especially if it's a sort of favored matchup, if you upset someone in a tournament, they then have all the information about where they shouldn't be taking the matchup, where they should be taking the matchup. They learn from all of the mistakes. Robin's a pretty damn good coach for FaZe, so I think that he will have gone through all of the demos. So if they meet up against Fnatic, I just feel like they're going to counter, they'll switch up the bans. They are the better side, or they should be the better side. So that's where I think things will be a little bit more interesting. It's it's difficult, especially when you see teams like that, whether or not they'll be able to beat somebody twice in the same sort of format. Being someone twice in a row is very, very difficult to do in Counter-Strike. Already, though. STR in this round. Starting things off, Luke will go down, and Espada looking like they've fallen a little bit flat. Nice couple of kills from Travell, though. Brings this round back into contention. Still going to be a 3 versus 2 in favor of the CT side. Pop flash out. Travell trying to do work here, but it's STR once again. Romy left alone. One plant here could be very valuable for his team, especially considering the loss bonus has been built up, so they'll have whatever they want into the next round. However, clutching this, I can't say I'm much of a believer. So much left to do. Doesn't have much HP, and in fact, STR will peek out and net his third kill of the round. 11-9, the Fluffy Gangsters start their streak on the CT side. And the question is, can Espada do what their opponents failed to achieve?
Counter-terrorists win.
As said, the bomb plant will be quite beneficial. Fnatic are 1-0 versus Liquid. Whose pick was the first map? To be honest, for Fnatic, I really hope that it all works out, because I've met Golden a couple of times, and he is lovely. Like, genuinely one of the nicest people I think you'll ever meet. Always has a smile on his face. No matter what's just happened, he'll always, like, say hello and, like, welcome you. Like, I genuinely hope things go well for him, because I think joining into that roster was very, very tough, so... Liquid picked the first map. Ooh. Then again, though, the best series in Counter-Strike, you always see the rebounds. What just happened there, Linkor? You just shot your teammate in the back of the head. That's not what you want to see. I hate to do this to you, Shade, but... that's also not how you spell liquid. I hate to be that guy. Twelve to 9. Well, then he spelt it wrong too. Q is always followed by a U. Yeah, let's just forget it. It's alright. We don't need spelling. Here we go, though. CT side taking some aggression over towards that A side of the map. It should give them a nice amount of information. Especially over towards B side. Walter peeking in here is about to meet the majority of the T side. He actually gets boosted into the flaming vent. That's not really where you want to be, my friend. The B side is actually completely under their control. However, SDR from above will get the opener. Linkor pushing straight through the smoke. That's ballsy, but he finds a kill. Keep the man advantage going just for now. They've also got a flank coming in the form of Walter. Question is, can the T's hold on? They win this round, they reset their opponents. Should be able to streak on towards the end of this map. Romy finds the one man who was the thorn in their side. The rest all coming from one angle, but Darkside turns away. Quick 2 kills for SDR, who's been big in the last few. Surely there's nothing JYO can do. And it will be the bounce back. Bomb plant will give enough money over to Espada that they can buy into this next round, but the Fluffy Gangsters now only 2 rounds behind. Again, we're going to see this aggression in. It wasn't caught in the previous round, so they'll just try and rinse and repeat. And it has worked wonderfully. A few extra kills coming in. Darkside has managed to turn things back into a 3 versus 2. Actually, another kill for Travell. That's a double headshot that I didn't see coming. Now the CT side, they're in a bit of trouble. The reset round could be going their way. They worked so wonderfully at the beginning. Now STR, who has been playing very well in the second half, has to try and clutch this out, but the T's, they've slowed right down. Push onto the B site. STR left without a clue. And now, well, he's got a decision to make. Does he just go for this or does he save? By the looks of things, he is going to take the punt and save his weapon. Now, they'll get 1,400 back in. He's actually going to pick up the AWP as well. It's still not going to be ideal, though. And even if they do go for something in the next round, it's not going to be a good state. Espada will be hitting their 13th. Pause going to be called by Fluffy Gangsters. It will be a tactical. Here we go. AWP is going to be dropped over to Zeb1, who's actually going to fully invest in this round. One's a bit weird. If they don't buy up now, I'll be very confused. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That makes more sense. What was there on the screen at the time made no sense at all, so I can accept this. T-side actually looking to try and farm up a little bit of cash with Luke on a Mac 10. Not the right read, but could actually work out for them. Water pushing aggressively with the UMP already. Gets that first kill. Now Luke is a little bit more expendable only with the Mac 10, and the trade will come in as, for some reason, Water continues his push. We'll have the switch up from Fix going back towards the A site. Of course, if they lose this round, then they're in real trouble. Flashbang is well met as Fix loses his face. Now the remaining two players, while Z1 may just be looking to save this AWP once again. Instead, he goes pushing aggressively. Remaining players allowed to cross. His teammate doesn't even look like he's really going for this. Maybe hoping the Z1 can find some sort of opening, but weird to see one player push so aggressive and the other so far behind, especially considering they don't have a kit. They really need to go for something here. Luke defends off his teammate. Now Linkor is the only one left alive, but not really anything he can do here, and Luke's going to go hunting. He wants to take that weapon out of his opponent's hand, knowing how weak their economy is at this point. Don't think they're going to be able to do it. Linkor should be able to get far enough away. 14 to 10. Espada now firmly in the driver's seat, and Fluffy Gangsters. Oh, he almost loses it as well. Here we go, though. Just the one rifle. Linkor, the only real hope. Maybe we see some early damage. STR does manage one. The trade's coming in and Fix is left with absolutely nothing to try and defend onto this A site. There is a rifle or two to be found, which could be quite valuable going into the next round. Fix just waiting, but again, it will be the B-site plant, so I reckon that he will just try to retrieve the rifle off of his dead teammate. Give them at least some hope. Has retrieved a kit as well, and any other utility will be beneficial. Knows that there isn't really any chance for him to round. He's at least got some stuff to take away with him. A bit like a loser's prize. A taking part prize for this round of an AK-47, a smoke and a kit. Question is, Espada, they may have the chance to steal. I feel like I've genuinely just turned this into like a game show now. You will have the chance to steal. you take that chance? And I think Espada have just went, nah, we're happy with what we got. We're gonna opt to save. 15 to 10. Espada, 1 round away from closing out. Important match for both teams, really. Look at the scoreboard on the other side. There's 2 players quite far behind everybody else. 22-22, and then it drops heavily. Romy currently 26 and 16. He's had a strong performance without a doubt. But now this is crunch time. Can the Fluffy Gangsters step up when it's needed? It's looking like the T's are just going to go back to basics. Every single player on their team looking to set up over towards the B site. Smoke will be popped out. They've got a couple of players around this mid position once again. Actually, see whether or not he's knows. Quick push in. Dark side leading the way. Instant headshot. The B site will be under their control. They've got to watch out for the man on the flank. And Dark side just carrying on his push. Once again, we'll see the loss of the player in vent. Z1 has to try and make some sort of play here. He's already been tagged down to just half HP. It's not looking good. Z1 to save it. Not going to happen. Espada will end the match and end the night. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And we'll be back again tomorrow with some more bets.